In 1975, multiple comics universes were simultaneously bombarded by a power greater than anything before it. The ultimate nullifier paled in comparison. The cosmic cube was but a trifle. The anti-life equation itself lacked the power to combat the might and majesty of Hostess snack cakes. Beginning in the March titles by Gold Key Comics of 1975, these diabolical baked goods were ultimately harnessed by the forces of good, putting villains in their place. Here are the 24 Hostess ads from 1975. This is the Hostess 1975 speedrun. Roadrunner, treat to eat. Forgetting entirely that they're from a pantomime cartoon with no dialogue, Roadrunner and his 3 kids, because he has 3 kids in the Gold Key Comics for some reason, flee from a motorcycle-riding coyote before causing him to crash, then apologize by giving him fruit pies. The coyote then waxes poetic as he hallucinates giant floating pies. Batman and the Mummy. I've dramatized this one. Check out the subscriber special playlist below. Richie Rich, What Money Can't Buy. I've also dramatized this one. This was going to be a thing, but I changed my mind. Archie, Good Deal. Archie and his band get a contract with a local recording studio, which unfortunately went broke because the owner spent all their money on cupcakes. Luckily, Archie is willing to work for cupcakes. Veronica has no dialogue, which is bound to irritate her. Spider-Man, The Trap. I've dramatized this one too, and that's it. That's all the ones I've dramatized, so we'll carry on from here. Tweety and Sylvester, A Real Brick. Tweety and a bulldog, who I guess could be Hector, but he's super off-model. Of course, everything in Gold Key Tweety and Sylvester comics was off-model. Tricks an unsuspecting Sylvester into dropping a literal ton of bricks onto his own head, and then laugh and enjoy Twinkies as the cat, who has done absolutely nothing in this strip, dies of a concussion. Casper, no title. Casper is annoyed that the ghostly trio are scaring little forest animals for no reason, so he gives them fruit pies because always reward people for scaring little forest animals. Superman, the Spy. A nosy reporter discovers Superman's costumes after breaking into Clark Kent's apartment. He tries to expose Clark, but Clark has replaced his costumes with a huge hoard of fruit pies by the time the crowd arrives. No one questions why Clark needs so many pies. The reporter is not arrested despite admitting to felony breaking and entering. Archie, the Hold-Up. Muggers accost Archie and Jughead. They make off with A&J's fruit pies and eat all the evidence before the cops get there, stupid crooks. Roadrunner, A Real Blast. The coyote catches the Roadrunner and prepares to cook him. Luckily, Daffy Duck is nearby and throws dynamite at the coyote. The Roadrunner's 3 kids appear out of nowhere for one panel, and Daffy gives the coyote some cupcakes. I don't think Gold Key understands Looney Tunes. Richie Rich, no title. Richie takes his robot Meccano for a walk, causing evil cousin Reggie to try to tempt the robot to his side with Twinkies, I guess. Reggie's a jackass. Meccano thanks you. No, be quiet! Captain Marvel, The Big Bang. Somehow, Captain Marvel enemy Nitro is the leader of a terrorist organization, even though that is not his thing, and he plans to blow up the ocean, which is slightly closer to his MO. Captain Marvel distracts him with Twinkies and then goes to destroy Nitro's headquarters, which is great and all, but exploding is literally Nitro's superpower, so this really doesn't defeat him. Shazam! Minerva Menace. Speaking of Captain Marvel enemies acting out of character, Aunt Minerva, enemy of the other Captain Marvel, you know, the DC one, the older one, plans to control the children of the world by hypnotizing them into hating Twinkies, which Twinkie-hating children are easier to manipulate somehow. Captain Marvel puts a stop to it by giving the children Twinkies, obviously. Or at least these 2 kids here. These 2 kids are no longer under Aunt Minerva's control. Way to go, Cap. Bugs Bunny, Scattershot. Elmer takes his nephew hunting. His nephew calls him by his last name. Bugs gives him Twinkies, and 70 years of adversarial relationship is all forgiven. Sad Sack, no title. Sad Sack discovers a tiger has escaped from the circus and immediately wants some fruit pies. Luckily, Sack is so distracted, he lured the tiger back into its cage without even being aware of it. Then Sad Sack and his supporting cast, whose names I can't be bothered to learn, and the tiger all enjoy pies together. Delicious! Tweety and Sylvester, Gwenny's Vacation. Granny goes on vacation, but that's utterly unimportant to the plot. Sylvester introduces Tweety to a female bird, and they fall instantly in love, and then Sylvester tries to eat them, but they give him an apple pie, and all is better. Wendy, no title. The Gobble-Up Goblin drinks a large lake and eats a golf course, and the best Wendy can come up with is feeding him a box of Twinkies. It works though, because one box of Twinkies fills you up exactly like an entire golf course. Also, one of Wendy's aunts calls her Pert, and I'm not sure what to make of that. Archie, Double Trouble. Riverdale High just lost a baseball game, but they are about to play Game 2 of the doubleheader. To get the team's spirits up, Archie and Jughead give them Twinkies. So they have a sugar crash in the 4th inning because I guess Archie and Jughead betted on Oakdale? I don't know. Maybe they just hate Reggie that much. Incredible Hulk and the Twins of Evil. The first year of Hostess ads saw more villains pulled directly from the comics than later ads, which just made a bunch of goofy characters up. And in this one, the Abomination and Wendigo team up to beat the crap out of the Hulk. Some kids find the Hulk and give him fruit pies to cheer him up. Now, I might note that Marvel and DC ads had a policy that the heroes wouldn't actually eat the product, as somehow that constituted the character endorsing the pies. Even though, doesn't being in the ad in the first place already do that? At any rate, the Hulk frequently broke the don't eat the fruit pies rule because Hulk not care about stupid rules. Shut stupid face, pie man. Roadrunner, Helter Skelter. What the freaking Roadrunner again? Well, this time the Coyote tries to defeat the Roadrunner and his brood by spraying them with a hose. And apparently this would have worked, but freaking Daffy Duck shows up again and gives him Twinkies. Is Daffy protecting Roadrunner, or does he have a crush on the Coyote? I think Daffy Duck is trying to woo Wile E. Coyote by plying him with sweets. Or possibly we're supposed to assume that Daffy Duck is just off screen in every Roadrunner cartoon, causing the Coyote's traps to backfire, which puts an entirely new spin on things. Casper, no title. Some creatures called No Goodniks steal all the Hostess cupcakes, and Casper politely asks for them back. The best character in the Harveyverse is this sarcastic-ass owl. If I were a ghost, I'd boo those No Goodniks. Well, I can't do that, Oliver. Well, then maybe you can friendly them into sharing. I don't think Oliver Owl was a recurring character in the Casper comics, but damn it, he should have been. Batman and the Captive Commissioner. Some very 70s men kidnap Commissioner Gordon, and crime is out of control because without the Commissioner, the police force is dissolved, I guess. At any rate, Batman takes them fruit pies and punches them because Batman has a contingency plan for everything, and 100% of those plans involve fruit pies and punching. Archie, Archie's new girl. Veronica is jealous because Archie is dating a new girl who can cook. Wisely, she takes advice from Jughead and offers Archie some fruit pies because convenience store cherry pies beat home cooking every time. Bugs Bunny and Porky Pig, the Great Carrot Famine. Porky learns the carrot famine is on the horizon and weans Bug off the orange stuff and retrains him to eat cupcakes. Just as Bugs' body has adjusted to the lack of nutrients and overabundance of sugar and preservatives, he announces that the carrot famine is over. Well, now you can double your eating pleasure. A carrot and then have Hostess cupcakes for dessert. He sure wants Bugs to get fat. I suspect Porky is inviting Elmer over for Hassenpfeffer later. The Hostess ads, of course, would continue through the remainder of the 70s and all the way through March 1982, but we'll worry about the next batch when I get to 250 subscribers. You get a big delight in every bite of Hostess snack cakes.